Welcome to the freaking ice cavern, frozen tundras, whatever. I see a piece of heart on the right, and I'm going in here. I'm coming down here because, I mean, technically, again, I can just go right into the boss room now. I basically like sequence broke this dungeon, but in every dungeon you can always find at least one piece of heart, two pieces of heart technically, one in the hub and one in one of the dungeon areas. So, no worries. So yeah, I wanted to freaking get the piece of heart down.
And what a time for you to find your compass.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite dungeon in this game, James?
As far as like the overall structure of the area, I can't say I really do though. I mean, yeah, honestly, yeah, I really have no real preference. Though I will say, like, they did do a bang-up job just making them look pretty neat, even if they are really short.
Sorry about that. Granny need one of her pillows from her bed.
No worries.
Okay.
We were just looking at this. We were just talking about like dungeons and how like they do a decent job of like they also do a decent job of having variety between the different elements and stuff that we'll be exploring, because that's effectively what we're doing. First we have an ice. We went through, I guess, the Earth dungeon.
You know, now that I stop and actually look at it some more, like, the dungeons in this game really do feel an awful lot like the Zelda 1 dungeons as well, in that,
they really do.
They're not terribly complex. It's more so that you just have to deal with a certain onslaught of enemies. Yeah.
Case in point.
Right, and I mean, I know in Zelda 1 you had to deal with the enemies a very specific way, otherwise you're gonna get your ass hosed. But
I don't know if it's just me, but I'm getting Minish Cap vibes from this.
The art style
with the sprite style.
Yeah, I was about to say the art style does look very similar to Minish Cap.
All right, here you go, James. We're going in for our next boss.
Yay! Thanks. You could have done this last time, but no, you had to leave us in suspense.
I wanted the piece of heart.
Looks like you got lucky the last time. I'll not make the same mistake again. Face my second champion. Power of water, flow through my elbow with an icy cold.
I also would have loved if, like, right as Zelda appears, like, I just put you. Gosh dang it!
A bunch of
Riz robes.
Behold, Wizrobo!
Devil, damn it!
Damn it!
Yeah, let's do this. It's fairly simple.
My thoughts exactly, Steve.
We truly are brother and sister.
I know.
It's fair. So he's honestly pretty easy, especially if you get a good damage on him. He just casts a bunch of spells at you. Oof.
And he plays his nose to your tune.
The real nose flute.
And only Gomarakas has like two big faces like this. Everyone else only really has like.
Ow.
Oh shoot!
I might have said this before, but I like how the bosses have heart damage. I mean heart meter.
Where is it?
I feel like there has to have been at least one or two other Zelda games that have done that, but no, this is like the only one I can think of that immediately does do it.
Honestly, I think it'd be nice if just not even just hearts. It'd be nice if there was, unless there was one I'm not thinking of, if there was a Zelda game where the bosses just had any form of health meter.
And behold, I talked over that entire sequence.
Sorry.
It's okay, but no, it's okay. That we were just saying that was the oboe thing. I was saying that. So again, every one of these little item things sounds like the instrument. I'll let him pass because I mean that one probably is the one that sounds the most like every like other standard one because it's just a string, a wind instrument.
Well, I don't know. I would say that one just pops out a bit more just because of that, the fact that he is using a lead instrument.
So yeah, Steve, shut your devil damn mouth.
It's
more
just
like shut your devil damn mouth when it matters, man.
It's just that one bit.
Because that's so easy to determine ahead of time.
But I agree with you what you're saying. Like I feel like that helps to like create a sense of consistency. Oh, freaking Tektite, stop. Oh, I thought it was a woman for a second because he was hitting a really, really high note, and I was like, really?
I came in here expecting Mariah Carey. No, I just got a butch ass shopkeep.
Yeah, well.
I was thinking of what's his face Take on Me.
Well, like freaking aha. I don't know the Hookshot.
Oh, Hookshot.
Nice.
I don't know the guy's name, but I just know him as like the band Aha.
Yeah.
Oh God, Logan, it's our boing stick.
It is the boing stick. It's kind of now again with almost every item in this game. They're always tricky to use because you have to do it to the rhythm. But The hookshot will help us in a number of puzzles.
You know,
So-
maybe it's just me,
Sorry.
but it seemed like he was so fascinated by that boing stick that he spent a particularly long time at that item description.
I think he was just. I think he was just a little confused at the fact that there was no mention of the word boing anymore.
I thought I could find
Here's
it.
a question I have. If the hook shot, like in Ocarina of Time, if the hook shot is the boing stick, would that make the long shot the super boing stick?
I guess so.
I feel like that'd be more so the spring stick.
Also, as you notice there, be very
Oh,
careful of iron knuckles.
Yeah.
Oh god, I hate those things.
Or maybe not so much that, but more like the twing stick. I don't know.
What?
I don't. Sorry if you mentioned it already, Logan, but the random bits of parchment that you get, what are they again?
Oh, those are little spells. You can equip. I think you can have like 2 to 3 of them. Like they come in all sorts of sizes and different variants. One of them is like, oh, this one will increase your attack power. This one will.
Basically, they're the presents. Oh yeah, the top. Oh, like so they don't kill
Boomerang.
off. Oh well, okay then. Just as we got the boing stick, we also got the boomerang. Which one do you think would be better in this instance?
Boomerang.
But the boomerang is a lot better. I like. But you have to be careful. The boomerang's whole trajectory still works on a rhythm base. Like you'll throw it out, and it has to take beats to move towards the enemy.
But the
It doesn't
boomerang
go
always
instantly.
comes back.
But yeah, the one of the funnier ones is that present in the lower right is literally called the. By the way, there's your inventory screen. That present one is literally called the "Give me what I need right now" spell.
Pretty
so
much.
literally, if you're running low on arrows, it'll give you arrows. If you're running low on hearts, it'll give you hearts and stuff.
It answers to your every whim. Aside from getting the Triforce pieces.
Sorry, I just kind of rocking out to this beat just a smidgen. It's very easy to get this.
I'm
stuck in
rocking
your
out
head
too.
and,
For a moment, I
it's
thought.
also.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, an interesting attention to detail I've noticed is that whenever you're in shallow water, you sometimes have to waste a beat just to pull yourself up to the surface.
Yeah, that is something from the original, so you gotta be very careful. Which, honestly, I was gonna say that whole beach area actually was reminding me more of Link's Awakening to be relevant topical.
Yeah.
While we were roaming around.
I
Well,
wouldn't
Link's
be surprised if that
Awakening
was
takes place
the-
on an island.
Well, I was about to say I wouldn't be surprised if that was the intention.
Oh, we're so close. Just a couple more months.
Well, yeah, roughly about a month and a half as of this recording.
Yeah, I was gonna say September's not too far away.
Yeah.
Dude, September's gonna be a busy fucking month. Let's be real here.
Yep.
Well, September and October, because I think we have not just Luigi's Mansion 3, but all those Resident Evil ports as well.
I forgot about
yeah.
Luigi's Mansion 3.
How could you, you monster?
You cannot. There's too
How
much.
could you forget about Ouija?
Because I was focused so much on the remake.
That's not. Yeah. I mean, yeah. There's the remake. We'll hopefully have something for that. Maybe. Oh, jeez.
In due time.
I'm trying to remember, we have Luigi's Mansion 3 for October, Link's Awakening for September. What did we have for November again?
That was going to be. I know there was something for November.
Hate those
I
guys.
had something.
Because I know this month was
Pokemon?
3 houses, obviously.
Oh yeah, the Sword and Shield
Oh, right.
was in November. But yeah, because I remember there was a post saying we have all this stuff, but nothing's been announced for December yet.
Which I'm assuming is gonna be either when Banjo's put into Smash or when they're gonna reveal the final 2 DLC.
Wouldn't be surprised. What an amazing Christmas gift. But even then, I was gonna say September alone is already gonna be pretty front loaded. I mean, considering there's there was Daemon X Machina. There's again Link's Awakening. Oh, what the?
That's just saying that with some of the chests, I cannot activate the Sheikah Stone fast travel until I've killed all the enemies. Pretty standard.
Okay,
And again, by the time you have the second row of hearts, you're pretty beefy in this game now.
yeah, at this point you can start tanking hits.
That's the thing I'll say about this game with its difficulty is it's very much like an exponential rise where it's when you're first starting out, it will be very rough at first when you're trying to just remember your bearings and stuff. But after you get a spear or whatever big sword you want and get a good amount of hearts, the game suddenly becomes very trivial.
Excuse me.
Right. But anyway, as I was gonna say earlier, yeah, going back to September. Oh, okay, never mind. You got a fairy pool.
get you feeling better.
Thanks, Great Fairy. And for
And
diamonds, go ahead.
And she also provides us one of 2 options of which we can upgrade our weapons.
Yep, there are 2 fairies like it for a total of, I believe, 4 different infusions, or maybe there's 6.
And you're gonna use Logan and Link to steal both of them.
Yes, well, guys, I want some, because Titanium is very good, because Titanium just immediately just gives just a solid buff. This and Obsidian being the buff that, again, the better combo you can get with the rhythm, the higher damage you do. Those are my 2 favorites, just for output, damage output.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I really thought it was gonna be an instance where, like, Link takes one, then switch to Zelda to take the other, and it's like, now the fairy has neither.
But yeah, the other ones could include, again, that blood red stone that gives us a lifesteal vibe, and there's another one that I think you use an emerald to give your weapon poison that deals damage over time. Anyway, so sorry. Back to you, James.
Oh yeah, September. Yes, again, September's going to be pretty front-loaded as far as Nintendo releases are concerned. It's just, okay, just take the fucking glass. Not gonna regret there. But anyway, yeah, there's Daemon X Machina, there's Link's Awakening. Spyro Reignited is also coming out on Switch and PC.
Oh, right. I need to save up for that.
And I feel like there might be 1 or 2 other releases I can't think of off the top of my head, but it's like, again, this fall's gonna be pretty fucking busy.
Yeah.
The Switch it had its, well, somewhat laid back 2018, but end of 2019, or, well, 2019 in general was like, no, they're coming back with a vengeance.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
2018 was when they were polishing their Billy Club. 2019 is when they're going back to the hunt.
Where they bring out their Billy Club.
And it's really amazing, like, not just with, like, the Nintendo exclusive stuff, but they also have, like, a lot of good exclusives when it comes to third parties. Like, at the time of recording this, I was finally able to get my copy of Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, and
Hooray.
I'm still early into the game, but so far,
I'm sorry, Hype, real quick. Just look at the cuckoo that you just hit. It's like, did you really just hit me? Did that really just hit me? Really? What's wrong with you?
So after you kill him, after you hit the cuckoo, it just will start running away from you. But yeah, just don't hit it again. I just spooked it. Anyway, back to you, Hype, with that Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah, all I was saying is that, like, I'm definitely liking it so far. Like, I'll still stand by my opinion of, like, you're probably only gonna get a lot of mileage out of it if you really like the first 2 games, or just Diablo in general, because it's basically just Diablo with a Marvel skin. But I will say, from what I've played of it so far, like, I'm still kind of in the middle of Act 1, like, I just beat Ronin. But I will say, it definitely has a much more faster-paced start than the first 2 Ultimate Alliance games had.
Well, that's a relief. I mean, I'll see that it's being made by, well, for lack of a better word, it's being made by a slightly more professional company. Not to throw any shade at whoever made the first game, and
Raven Software did the first game, and the second game was actually made by Vicarious Visions.
Right, that's what I was about to say. I remember that much, but I mean, to be fair, that was before they started getting really freaking good with, like, the Skylanders and Crash game.
I thought Skylanders was Toys for Bob.
It was a joint effort between Toys for Bob, Vicarious Vision, and one other company I can't name off the top of my head.
But
God,
yeah,
Suck Rock is not giving you the time of day.
Yeah, there you go.
It takes a rhythm. Anyway, we got some hover boots.
Nope.
They last for about 2 squares away from any ledge.
and that is when Boris made the sudden realization, I am not a cartoon anymore.
Yeah.
Did Boris have hover boots himself?
No, I was just referencing that gag from the Rocky and Bullwinkle movie where he's trying to walk on air to catch the laptop, but then he realized, oh wait, I'm a real person now.
Oh yeah,
okay.
I forgot about that movie.
I love how it just takes the sudden realization that, okay. Didn't realize you could do that.
What a change in pace.
Link had some weird neighbors.
Some
You
what?
know, just going weird neighbors, you know.
And don't get me started on the fucking popes.
Just chilling out, going to my neighbor's house for a barbecue, and it's just that Skull Rock.
You say that? Don't get me started on Pose. The frickin' ghost shop person in Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, that whole side quest.
What's in here?
Well, speaking of, I was about to say, speaking of Zelda games, I guess that's something that I'm not sure if we delve too deep into it beforehand, but I guess I can ask. Like, just from no, it's fine. Just from memory, can you like recognize if any of the Zelda remixes that they use here are from any particular Zelda games?
I know some are from A Link to the Past. I know there's at least one instance of Wind Waker and Awakening. But honestly, it's mostly it's pretty general stuff. Like you still got your overworld theme, you got the Gerudo Desert.
I was gonna say, did I hear that Link to the Past dungeon theme just now?
Yes.
Yeah.
You heard that? Again, out here in the overworld. Out here in the overworld, if you really listen and hang out here long enough, you can hear everything from the Tal Heights from Link's Awakening to even the Great Sea from Wind Waker.
Like they do cover a lot of bases, but for the most part, it is all pretty generalized music you heard like multiple times throughout the series.
Dig. Okay. I want this. Even though turn down the tempo a bit. Uh-oh. Oh, that guy's hurting.
Wait, did you mention that you could mess with the tempo?
Yeah.
Yes. Some of the switches do that. I'm gonna.
Ah, nuts.
Aww.
By a
That's
yellow
all my
Malthus.
1,400 rupees.
I was about to say, I could have sworn you had 3 hearts left up there.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm confused.
They hit for a lot.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's use bombs wisely.
So kind of like Iron Knuckles.
Yeah, and with the South Coast Knights you have to hurt the body once they all crumble down.
Yeah, and try and keep it away from the head.
Thinking about it, I'm not quite sure what's worse, Dark Nuts or Iron Knuckles.
Here I'll say Iron Knuckles just because it's hard to get because Iron Knuckles can only be attacked from behind. The Dark Nuts, once you get a good rhythm, only for rupees. Again, it's basically it's like a randomizer, but it's built in. But yeah.
Wait, where did Iron Knuckles pop in? I honestly forgot they existed.
They were those big fat guys that just like hopped around very slowly.
Oh, those were the
just earlier.
Huh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, they're just hard because you can only attack them from directly behind them, not from the side. But if you are fighting whoa, he's dead.
Oh yeah, the wizards with the musical note. Don't they slow down the tempo at random?
Actually,
no. They deafen you.
Right, as well as the Hylian Knights that are armed with electric guitars, they will blast a note around you that will deafen you. So what happens is that your ears start ringing and you can't hear the music anymore to follow the tempo unless you had memorized what the rhythm was. Which, fortunately, this isn't like some weird Mother 3 rhythm where it like changes halfway in the middle of the song on you. It's a very steady beat. If you just kind of like get in the rhythm, you won't like lose it.
Right.
There we go. Alright, we should go to the right next because, yep, it's honestly around high time. Actually, wait. Oh shoot, I forgot a space on the left.
Wait a minute. Oh no, wait. This is the castle.
Right, but there is something that I can find in that box if I push it aside.
Another staircase.
With
full
a
of
chest.
poison muck.
And a chest that could have a good thing inside for me.
Why is there a poison monk underneath the castle?
Deku.
Hey, Deku.
Nice!
I will literally never use this item ever.
Aww.
All it does is knock enemies aback.
Because that definitely doesn't sound useful.
Now if I can just kill them, just run into. Oh, these chests are your hard ones. These ones will only open if you kill all enemies without taking damage and without missing a rhythmic beat. So you have to constantly be moving. If you mess up, the chest will lock, and you have to. Basically, what happens is that it's honestly very easy to reset. You just leave the screen and come back, and everything will reset. But again.
Well, is there an instance where it's like to compensate for that requirement that they don't like swamp you with a lot of enemies?
Well, I mean, like right there, there wasn't too many enemies. All right, this is where we need the
even then, I mean, I guess it depends on the seed, but honestly, those kinds of chests are incredibly rare.
Yeah, I think there's only like 2 of them in the game.
Wee boing!
Yay! And we got fire arrows.
Fire arrows!
Yay!
I honestly don't use arrows as much as I should, and there are no light arrows to be found in this game.
I think it's already been said before, but I guess I'll say it again. It's like beat. But I'll say it again. But honestly, a lot of the items you can get in this game are pretty negligible.
just because if you just let's start from the bottom right. That's right. I was getting some potion.
Right.
Now this is also where I think the game could be broken. So a potion works just like a fairy, where if I'm about to die, I'll just suddenly drink the potion automatically without having to do it, which I'm like, doesn't that just defeat the whole purpose of it being a potion as opposed to a fairy?
That is true.
I know that's a reference to the Oracle games and to an extent Spirit Tracks.
Really?
I don't remember it being a thing at Spirit Tracks.
It's a purple potion.
Purple potions are drunk automatically?
Uh-huh.
I assume you can't capture fairies in the game, so to make up for that, you have.
I'm pretty sure you could.
Not in Spirit Tracks.
But I'm just saying, like, I just feel like, in the case of Oracle Ages or anything, like, the second you have it where a potion gets drunk automatically, it's like, well, then why even bother getting a fairy? Just get potions.
Fairies weren't a thing in the Oracle games.
Well, in the case of Cadence of Hyrule, though, I will say, though, considering that fairies aren't even that common to begin with, I guess they figured it wouldn't hurt to just, let them both do the same thing. It's just a matter of if you can find them.
Hey. I mean, I guess that's fair. Alright, so...
With the whole randomized nature of in quotes, randomized nature of the game, it kind of does make sense that maybe there's going to be a point where you might not find a fairy, for a very long time.
You know what?
Or likewise, you might not find a potion house quite as easily.
You know, I don't know if it's just me, but because of the light blue tint and how thin it is when you swing it, that glass sword makes me think that you're just attacking people with the Wind Waker.
That would have been cool. Not just Toon Link or whatever.
Look at that glass slippers.
Yeah. Glass slippers, I believe. I forget what glass slippers do. I think they increase some attack until you take damage.
Probably. Just, god damn it! Now I can't help but just unsee that, if they actually fit Link's footsies, it's like he's the real Cinderella.
And
just
see a bunch of Octoroks going, Linkorelli, Linkorelli.
And if not that, he just wears them and Zelda's just like, shit.
Honestly, you say Octoroks. I was honestly thinking freaking Bokoblins.
Yeah, I just said Octoroks. That's the first thing that came to mind.
No, honestly, I think even better than you both is that would work best with the Maniblins from Wind Waker.
All right.
Just scamper on her back.
Now that's obscure as hell. On that, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for the next part of Cadence.
Bye.
Bye.
Bibbidi bobbidi end.